Today's second video for you with new stories from Ethiopia, Eritrea and Somalia. Firstly, we have a video clip for you showing it seems distribution of khat for free around Mogadishu. Who is giving away khat for free in Mogadishu? Uh, Somalia lifted ban on Kenyan khat imports a few days ago, and since then, on daily basis, more than a dozen flights are landing in Somalia. Is this Kenyan khat being given away for free to make the people hooked on Kenyan khat? Secondly, we have a new story. It's an update about five Eritrean athletes who went missing after World Athletics Championships held in Oregon, US. We have an update which has been shared by police authorities, local US police authorities. Thirdly, two new stories from the Amhara region of Ethiopia. Firstly, a leader of national movement of Amharas has been arrested, and secondly, outside a prison in Bahir Dar, conflict is being seen because some Amhara Fano fighters are going to be released, but Ethiopian federal forces have arrived to re-arrest these Amhara Fano members. Amhara youth has also arrived on the scene. Tensions are there. Fourthly and fifthly, two new stories from Tigray. Firstly, a festival due to start in coming hours. Tigray festival in London. And fifthly, millions of Ethiopian birds have been seized after a convoy, humanitarian convoy, was searched thoroughly in Afar. So an attempt was made to smuggle cash into Tigray. ICRC, International Committee of Red Cross, issued a statement in this regard. Cash and some other items have been recovered from a convoy of ICRC, International Committee of Red Cross. The convoy was on its way to Tigray. We have details for you. And lastly, viewers, we have a new story about Oromia Prosperity Party top leader Taye Dendea, who talked to the BBC a few hours ago. He has leveled some serious allegations against Oromia Prosperity Party. He says there are two Shenes in Oromia. His personal security has been withdrawn. He is receiving threats as well. What did he say? We have details for you. Firstly, we have a new story from Somalia. We know that Hassan Sheikh, newly elected president of Somalia, elected around 2 months ago, a few days ago, traveled to Kenya. There he signed a bilateral agreement and he lifted ban on import of khat from Kenya. Previous government, Abdullahi Farmajo government, imposed ban on imports of khat from Kenya, though the ban was partial because Kenya kept on exporting khat to Jubaland and Puntland states, and Farmajo government, federal government, did not have friendly ties with regional governments, federal member states of Jubaland and Puntland. So Jubaland, Puntland, despite a federal ban, kept on importing khat from Kenya. Then Hassan Sheikh came to power in May this year and he lifted ban on khat, and now on daily basis flights carrying khat from Kenya are arriving in Somalia. Somalia imports khat from Ethiopia and Kenya. Today a video was shared from Mogadishu. The video shows free distribution of khat. A truck can be seen throwing down khat sacks for free. people are collecting Khat sacks for free. It is being said that this is Kenyan Khat, and the truck is playing songs praising Hassan Sheikh Mahmood. Is this a way of keeping and making people hooked on Kenyan Khat? Watch this video. Kenya exports Khat to Somalia worth around 110 million US dollars annually. And how much Somalia exports to Kenya? Somalia's exports to Kenya stand at around 1 million US dollars. So Somalia imports a lot from Kenya in terms of Khat, but Somalia exports almost nothing to Kenya. Watch this video showing free distribution of Khat sacks around Mogadishu, Somalia's capital. Secondly, viewers, we have a new story for you from the US, where 5 Eritrean athletes went missing around 4 days ago. The athletes participated in World Athletics Championships held in Oregon, US. Eritrea could not make it to the victory podium. Then 5 athletes went missing. Who reported their disappearance? Eritrean Athletics Federation reported the disappearance of these Eritrean athletes to Eugene police. Eugene is the city where Eritrean athletics team was staying, and there they went missing. Then Eritrean athletics body reported the disappearance of its athletes to Eugene police, local police. But today, local police said that the 5 Eritrean athletes have been located, they've been found, and according to Eritrean athletics team in the US, these Eritrean athletes have joined Eritrean team, and they're going to resume training in coming hours. So it was Eritrean athletics body which reported the disappearance of its athletes, and it is Eritrean athletics body which is confirming that the athletes have been found. It's not that TPLF shared this fake news story. No, it was reported by Eritrean athletics body. Now, overall situation is a little fishy, viewers. Why did the athletes go missing? Didn't they intimate Eritrean athletics body before leaving their residence if they were to attend another competition in Colombia? Several questions are being raised, but athletes have been found. Thirdly, we have 2 news stories from Bahir Dar, Amhara region of Ethiopia. More than 2 months ago, a campaign was launched in the Amhara region of Ethiopia to arrest, to detain Fano fighters, Fano supporters, activists, journalists. And since then, thousands have been arrested. Arrests are still ongoing. Today, arrests of a worker was reported. He is Amhara National Movement political worker. His name is Belayneh Alemneh. Belayneh Alemneh. You can see his picture on your screen. He was arrested a few hours ago. Then he was transferred to Bahir Dar. Where is he in Bahir Dar? It's not clear, but he is in detention reportedly. Thousands of others are in detention too: political activists, journalists, Fano fighters, Fano supporters. Secondly, another news story from Amhara region is also from Bahir Dar. Some Fano fighters who were arrested in Bahir Dar a few weeks ago, were granted bail by Amhara region Supreme Court. They were due to be released yesterday. but they were not released. And today they are due to be released from uh, Sibata Myth prison in Bahir Dar. But they have not been released so far. It is being said that several vehicles carrying Ethiopian National Defense Force and federal police have arrived outside this prison. And these forces, these officials want to re-arrest Amhara Fano members if they are released. Though they were granted bail, but they have not been released so far. Meanwhile, some Amhara youth members have also arrived outside the prison. Family members of these Fano fighters, they are also outside the prison. The prison authorities have not released these Fano members so far. Meanwhile, Amhara Special Force, ENDF, and Ethiopian Federal Police vehicles have arrived outside this prison. So conflict is there, tensions are rising. We'll update in coming hours. We know that Baldira's party leader Sintaye Chikol was released from a prison in, I think, Bahir Dar. Immediately after his release, he was arrested by an Ethiopian federal police and he was then transferred to Addis Ababa, I think. So same could happen to these Amhara Fano militia members. Two tensions are there. Hundreds of people are reportedly outside the prison in Bahir Dar. Fourthly, there's two news stories about Tigray. Firstly, a news story from London, Greenford, London, where Tigray festival is due to be held in coming hours. Some Tigrayan singers will perform there. We know that a few days ago, a Tigray festival held in the US had to be cancelled after some mismanagement. Today in London, this festival, Tigray festival, is due to be held. So while Eritreans are celebrating in Sweden and in coming days in the US as well, Tigrayans today will be celebrating, raising funds for the people of Tigray in Greenford, London. Next story is also about Tigray viewers. Millions of Ethiopian birds have been seized from a convoy, humanitarian convoy, which was on its way to Tigray from the far region of Ethiopia. You know that a far Mekelle corridor is being used for delivery of aid to Tigray, and in Sardo, these convoys are thoroughly checked. Cash delivery to Tigray is restricted. Fuel delivery to Tigray is restricted as well. Reportedly, a convoy of International Committee of Red Cross, ICRC, was thoroughly checked, and 8 million Ethiopian birds cash was recovered from this convoy. The cash was hidden in aid material in the truck. The truck driver has been arrested. Some jewelry has also been seized, and fuel as well. Not fuel, oil, I think, cooking oil has been recovered too. Ethiopian government has released a statement. It says that during this thorough checking by Afar customs authorities, cash and other unauthorized items were seized. International Committee of Red Cross just an hour ago released a statement as well. ICRC says it has nothing to do with this incident. It hired a company, a transport company, trucks, for delivery of aid to Tigray, and those who are involved in this crime must be punished. So ICRC is distancing itself from this incident. Question is this an individual act that a truck driver was doing it for some monetary benefits? Or is there a network which is involved in smuggling of cash or other items to Tigray? That's not clear. Maybe after investigation of this truck driver, we could see details about what happened. Lastly, we have a story from the Oromia region of Ethiopia where top Oromia Prosperity Party member Taye Dendea talked to the BBC a few hours ago. He leveled some serious allegations once again against Oromia regional government Hangasa Ibrahim and Taye Dendea. Both are very vocal against Oromia regional government. Both are senior leaders of Oromia Prosperity Party, part of the government. Taye is Minister of Peace as well. What is he saying? He says that there is a mafia in Oromia Prosperity Party. This mafia works for its own interests. It does not work for the people of Oromia region of Ethiopia. Secondly, he says that he was not allowed to speak at an Oromia regional council meeting a few days ago. He wanted to raise questions about the security situation in Oromia, but he was not allowed to speak. Thirdly, he says that his personal security has been withdrawn. His personal security guards have been removed and he is facing threats. He is under threat. His life is in danger. And importantly, he said there are two Shenes in Oromia. One Shene is Oromo Liberation Army, led by Jalmaro, fighting in forests. And the other Shene is backed by Oromia regional government. It is operating, it is committing crime in towns, cities. And it has the backing of Oromia regional government. And secondly, he questioned the performance of security institutions as well. He said that more than a year ago, around a year ago, it was said that within a few years, security situation will get better in Oromia. But security situation has worsened in Oromia. So he seems to be confirming indirectly that OLA has not been weakened. When we talk about security situation in Oromia, mainly we talk about OLA's activities in Oromia. He's not discussing ordinary crime. So he is confirming indirectly that OLA has not been weakened, contrary to government's claims that OLA has been weakened. Questions raised by Taye Dendea are all very pertinent questions. We have been discussing in previous videos that government's claims about weakening OLA must be taken with a grain of salt. Government's reporting on OLA's losses is not fair, and that is what Taye Dendea is questioning. He is under threat. He is now Johannes Boyalio of Oromia. Johannes Boyalio from the Amhara region spoke against Amhara regional government, Amhara Prosperity Party, federal government as well. He was removed from a government position, his security was withdrawn, and now same is happening in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. Taye Dendea, he could be removed, I think, from his position as Minister of Peace, but his security has been withdrawn, and he says that he is in danger, his life is in danger. Both Hangasa and Taye say that there are two Shenes, that massacres which are happening in the Oromia region of Ethiopia, especially against ethnic Amharas, they are being committed not by Jalmaro's OLA, but by a militia, by elements backed by Oromia regional government.